Welcome to our Object-Oriented Programming module. Here we compare object-oriented programming to traditional programming. On the left, you can see that data enters the program and is processed using classical lines of code. On the right, you can see that object-oriented programming has data flowing into the program, going through several different objects, and then finally exiting the program. Object-oriented programming provides additional speed and modularity, and is also a type of database design where objects can be accessed, such as movies or pictures or other types of data. With object-oriented technology and programming, we have messages, which is how objects can communicate to operate. Methods are functions or actions that an object can carry out, and behaviors are the results or outputs of an object after they receive a message. Classes are the code containers of common methods that define the attributes and the behavior of the possible objects within them. Object-oriented programming objects are created, destroyed, and manipulated. Delegation is where a request is forwarded on by an object, and an instance is an example of classes which contain methods. Object-oriented programming security functions like Java. It uses abstraction, where it ignores details while analyzing, encapsulation, where each object is required to do its own job without interfering with the other objects, which allows it to protect the information on the object, which acts like a black box. Inheritance or code reuse occurs when methods from a class or parent are inherited by a child or subclass. Cohesion reflects how many tasks a module is able to carry out. If a module can carry out only one or a few similar tasks, then it has high cohesion, which is good. Low coupling and high cohesion are much easier to troubleshoot. Polyinstantiation is where you have multiple instances for security. This can have to do with objects being reusable, but these objects will not respond the same way to all users. It allows you to create two versions of the same object, one for a valid response and one for an invalid response. The version that returns could be distinguished by the clearance level of the user. For example, if a user has secret clearance, they would get one version of the object, but if an individual has top secret clearance, they would get a different, more secure version of the object. Polymorphism is where multiple forms are used with different objects. So depending on the input, you could have multiple outputs due to different variables or methods, and it also has to do with how different objects can respond to the same command. Here we have an example of cohesion and coupling. On the left, we have an example of a highly cohesive object. This object performs the tasks by itself and has low coupling and high cohesion, which is considered to be best. The example on the right shows an object with low cohesion that needs to respond or rely on many other objects for help before it can provide a result. This is known as having high coupling. You should remember for the CISSP examination that it is better to have objects with low coupling and high cohesion. This concludes our object-oriented programming module. Thank you for watching.